So you now understand why my life looks like this right now. I'm actually usually a pretty neat and tidy person. When I go to work, my desk is cleaned off at the end of the day most of the time. I really don't like things to be this messy and disorganized and crazy, but um, sometimes the projects get in the way. And my life is filled with projects. Projects are the thing. That's what I live for. That's what I do. That's my thing. So one big project that I've been working on recently is real estate investing. I had no idea that you could do that without a whole lot of money in your back pocket. And I've been learning the techniques and tools to do that with and attending meetings over in Seattle with the Real Estate Investors Association. They had some really good trainings recently. And I've just been keeping my eyes open for deals, doing some advertising locally. Actually, the best one is right outside that window. My most promising real estate investing opportunity is right out my back door, literally. My neighbor, when I first moved here, was the daughter of the person that owned my house. And she purchased that property 5 or 6 years before that. And she actually had renters over there and has not been taking care of the irrigation payments and has not been taking care of things very well over there. So when I found out that the current renters are moving and now I'm studying real estate investing, I thought, well, that'd be a cool place to own. My parcel's about 3 acres. That one's about 2. They used to be one parcel before. And I would really like to not have to worry about weeds coming in from over there. So I'm known as the total plant geek, partly because I love plants. I love a lot of other things too. And right now I'm currently not in the plant mode because it's winter, but I've been a landscape designer. I've been a master gardener coordinator. I worked for the conservation district. I'm kind of into land and plants and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm very interested in the property next door, and I'm hoping that that deal comes through very soon. Hopefully, very soon. The renters are out. I do need to call that lady today and find out what her status is. She wasn't sure if her sons were going to buy it or what. But anyway, project number 2: watercolor, real estate investing. I've got some planting things that I need to do when it snows, and when that happens, I'll do a little video on frost seeding because that's kind of an interesting thing. I also have a little small farm. Currently, my sheep are off the property. We had some financial difficulties and we had to board them out basically for the winter because there was no hay available anywhere for a reasonable cost. So I just have a few sheep. I do spinning and knitting and fiber processing. Have been involved in that world for a little while, and I'm kind of shifting tack now and going more for the real estate investing as a permanent gig. But I also work for the Housing Authority part-time here in my local community, and they are awesome, and they do really awesome work. And I can just see some gaps where, they're working mostly with low-income folks in our community, and I'd like to work with the middle-income folks in our community and make more housing available to them. So that's what I'm working on with the real estate investing. And if you're interested in that, I do have a Facebook page called Better Homes for Rural Washington, and that is a Facebook page for people who are just interested in helping in some way in helping their local communities improve the housing in their community. And we'll share resources and we'll do some fun things that way. At the moment, though, my biggest project is all of this, this lovely mess that's happening all over my house. The basement actually was leaking terribly, and when we dug up all that stuff for all the outside stuff for the pipe, we are actually doing some treatments on the foundation from the outside, and then I'm doing a lot of cleaning and fixing up on the inside in the basement. So that will be a huge project over winter. Need to do that drastically. My biggest problem in the winter is that there's not very much sun, and thus I feel like going to bed at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon because that's when the sun goes down. And I'm kind of into natural cycles and all that kind of stuff. So I'd rather not stay up like all day when it's still dark outside, but that's what has to happen, so it will. Anyhow, nice to have you here. I'll be working on projects. Oh, new project, hopefully. I have been watching the coolest lady on YouTube. Her name is Bernadette, and Bernadette does the most amazing historic clothing reproductions. They're so cool, and she is just so fun to watch. She says words like whilst and anyway, she's very, very cool, and I like her a lot. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, probably more than I should, of Bernadette making beautiful historic clothing. That's another interest of mine in history, archaeology, genealogy, anything that's old, pretty much anything that's old, any understanding that I can gain of historical facts or the way people lived, or you know, the all the different things that went into understanding what happened in the past. That's kind of my gig, and my husband's too. Actually, he grew up in the Southwest, and he did a lot of amateur archaeology when he was young. So, anyhow, we're kind of history geeks around my house. But we'll talk to you later.